Good afternoon. Got a little delay here with online. I hope it doesn't cut out today. It's been cutting out on me even before I went out. So sometimes my screen will go blank. But hello, Stella. All right. It looks like everything's going okay. I'll go ahead and show this banner. Well, welcome. Welcome, whether you're watching from Facebook or YouTube. Facebook seems to be, I don't know, a little glitchy. Something was going on. So if you're watching from Facebook and you lose broadcast, you can find something over to my YouTube channel and watching me the rest of the way from there. Hello, Shannon. Shannon's watching me from YouTube right now. Hello, Corin. I know there's probably a delay with this popping up. Stella says, so far, so good on our end on Facebook. Okay, well, I'm just going to go ahead and get started. Hopefully, nothing happens. See, I don't see my screen just went blank just a little bit, and it came back. Yeah, hopefully. In the chat, if you can hear me right now. Okay, guys, we can't have this happening. I closed out every. This is crazy. And no idea if it's because trying to stream to Facebook. No idea. But we can't have this. There's no way I can do a demonstration with it cutting out every few seconds. I'm afraid to get started. But let me go ahead and get started, and we'll just keep watching it. Are y'all able to see me from YouTube? Okay, it's not frozen anymore on, and so we should be good. But anyway, sorry, you guys. The internet, just in general, seems to be very, very wonky later because I've been watching other broadcasts on YouTube and they seem to be having issues too. So, well, hopefully it is working fine. So I appreciate y'all switching over to YouTube. I'm just wondering if it has something to do with it's trying to connect to Facebook. Um, am on Facebook. Okay, so it just went out a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and get started. And if it gets to be too bad, I stopped talking because I don't know that y'all can hear me. But I switched over to a different network and it seems I'm tempted to remove the showing and just stream on YouTube, but I don't even know that. So I hate disconnecting on one and just streaming to the other. But let's see. I don't know what it is. Shannon's blaming another. But I do thank y'all for joining me today. Let me try to get started and we'll see what we can accomplish. But welcome, everyone. Sorry for all these technical difficulties. And hopefully this is just a temporary, but who knows. But I want to welcome you, whether you're watching from Facebook or YouTube. Still, it says I'm blurry. Am I blurry? I shouldn't be. But thank you for joining me today. Whether you're watching from Facebook or YouTube, I'm supposed to be streaming on both. But my name is Barbara Ragsdale, and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator that lives in San Antonio, Texas area. And I am live on Sunday afternoons in order to show you how to make your handmade greeting cards, any gift projects, gift packaging, any home decor. I haven't done home decor in a while, and I was really wanting to do something, but I didn't have a shadow box in order to finish it off. So I decided to go ahead and do today the monthly online ordering special for the second half of the month, since that's already November 13th. Can you believe it already? But in any case, that's what I'm going to be doing today. But before we get started on the demonstration, let's go through some announcements. We got some announcements. We got some stuff happening in the Stampin' Up! World. So that's why you want to tune in, or you want to make sure that you're on my email list so that you get notified of when something's happening in the Stampin' Up! World. First, let me go down my little list here. If you're watching from YouTube, in your bottom right hand screen, there's a little bitty kitten holding a subscribe button. There we go. It popped up on my, y'all might have seen that, but it popped up on my end, a little delay. If you hover over that, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. That way you know when I go live or I upload a video. Then next in line is Paper Pumpkin. We have a new kit. And on this next kit, let's see if this pops up. There's a little bit of delay here. But if you're familiar with Paper Pumpkin, it's our monthly paper crafting subscription service. And let me stop this other banner so I can actually read. Next paper pumpkin kit is called Good Things. It's kind of small packages. Look at those cute little boxes. Let's hide that. That banner is supposed to not be showing right now, but it's still showing. Is going to contain enough supplies to create 16 standard gift card holders, 2 of each designs with an all occasion gift giving stamp set, a garden green stamp and spot, and double sided paper pieces and boxes you can mix and match. That's cute. 60 gift card holders, you guys. OMG. Two of each 8 designs make the particular products. And there's also, let me get your page here. Do y'all see the cat there? Beano, get down. Bean. Seriously? This is not your time, Bean. But there's also an add-on. I forgot I didn't print my little sheet, but there's an add-on where you can get more cards and envelopes, and they're available already to order. The link will be in the description. I sent out, if you're on my email list, you got a paper pumpkin blast the other day, a couple of days ago, that has all the details for the add-on kit. I don't have my little sheet in front of me. But also, don't forget, with Paper Pumpkin, there's a couple of different kind of subscriptions plans where you can do month to month, cancel at any time, or you can purchase prepaid codes. So if you're looking to gift someone a crafting subscription kit, this is the way to go with Paper Pumpkin. And the link will be in the description, the event description, for you to go take a look at. Also, next in line, today's November 13th, but beginning November the 15th, which is Tuesday or Wednesday? 14. Where's my dates? I need my dates. There is going to be a sale beginning Tuesday, November the 15th. It is referred to as a seasonal sale. And what that means is there's a couple of links in the event description where you can go download the flyer. The flyer is actually 7 pages long, you guys. 7 pages long. 10% off all punches. These are things from the annual catalog. 10% off of all punches, 15% off of all stamps. Host stamps are not part of that. 20% off all dies, 20% off all embossing folders, and 20% off of all non-specialty designer series paper. Wow. And I printed out my list, and that's why I know it's 7 pages long. But also, I have a cat next to me. When you're a demonstrator, you get your discount on top of those discounts. So don't forget that. So whether you're at a 20% or a 25% discount, you get that on top of. So you can be literally shopping at 40 to what was that? Up to 45%, anywhere between 35 to 45% off of stamps, dies, embossing folders, designer series paper, so forth and so forth. So this is a great time to stock up if you have a favorite. Maybe a bundle or a particular set. Nobody. Bean. Bean, you're going to have to move, Bean, for sure. This cat. Vino, come on, dude, get down. I'm going to need that spot here in a minute. I'm going to tell you why the cats are so clingy to me. I have a heater on underneath my desk because I have to stay warm. It is way too cold, guys. And he has decided that he's going to hang out with me. So he wants to be in my lap. He wants to be, let me see if he'll sit in my lap so he can get out of the way. Bean, come here. Come down here. All right, you're going to have to get down. Come on. All right. I'm going to have to deal with this cat in here in a little bit. Yes, Shannon, woohoo! Of the sale. So, and Shannon knows, Shannon's a demonstrator. So me, Shannon, and anybody else in here that's a demonstrator knows that this is the time to be taking advantage of a sale. When you can use your demonstrator discount on top of sale discounts, that is a perk. So that's what we tell you all the time. When you purchase your demonstrator kit, there's not basically back to for worth a product. It keeps going out, so I'm stopping talking. So hopefully it won't do that. Ugh. But anyway, on top of the seasonal sale, I will tell you, I am going to sweeten the deal a little bit. And during that sale period, the 15th through the 18th, I am actually going to be offering mystery boxes. So because I have a lot of retired stuff, you guys, I need to kind of get rid of this because we're coming up on the end of the year and we're going to have more stuff that's going to retire. We're going to have more stuff that's going to retire when the mini catalog retires. And so I need to get rid of some of this stuff. So I'm going to be doing mystery boxes. If you got my news blast the other day, the details are in that, but I put the link also in the event description so that you can go look at that particular MailChimp communication. This cat literally is like sleeping right here where I'm going to be demonstrating. Watch, I'll show off because he's not going to move. But if your order is a $50 order before tax and shipping, I'll send you a mystery box valued at $40. And if your order is $100 before tax or shipping, I will send you a mystery box valued at $90. And it could be a little bit of everything. It could be a stamp, bundles, dies, design paper, accessories. Some things are still new and package. I used to do a demonstration with, and then I never used anything after that. So, but they're all retired. It's all going to be retired merchandise. So, if you want to take advantage of the seasonal sale, you can also take advantage of mystery boxes from me. And then we also have another. Let me take off. We also have another kit that's been added to our kit line. And this one is called the Timeless Greetings Kit. There we go. This kit contains enough supplies to create 8 cards, 4 each of 2 designs, and 8 coordinating envelopes. Look at that. It's going to include your printed card bases, your printed die cuts, adhesive, embellishments, and a clear block. Coordinating colors are basic black, basic gray, Cajun craze, crumb cake, evening evergreen, and soft suede. The kit is $21 and it's available beginning the 15th. So we have a lot happening beginning the 15th. So mark your calendars, 2 days. Also, there's the Spring into Creativity Weekend Retreat where we're still accepting registrations. I will tell you this retreat, there's only, I believe, 9 spots left. It's basically half full at this point. And this one will be at the Crafty Chicks Cottage in Waxahachie, Texas. And if you cannot attend, it's also available to go. There'll also be a couple of add on classes that you can add on. And this particular place offers massage services. So if you're interested in getting a massage while you're there, that's always a perk. You can let us know that you're interested when you register. And then this will be the last one, and then we'll get started. This weekend, I will be at the Freeman Coliseum here in San Antonio, Texas. There's a picture for me. The first time I did this was several years ago. So there's a picture of my booth then, but there will be lots of goodies for purchase, as well as a lot of other that show up to these events in order to do all their Christmas shopping. So if you are going to swing by Freeman Coliseum this Saturday or Sunday, make sure you stop by my booth. I'm in building A, and I believe my booth number is 318. So right when you come in the door, I'm like in the second row off to the right-hand side. But you can't miss me. I will have my sign there. Shannon will be there helping me. Shannon, we need to touch base. I keep meaning to send you a message, and then I keep forgetting. And so hopefully we'll see you. Hopefully we'll see you this weekend. So it's weekend, I am ready to go. I still have a few things left on my table that I need to finish wrapping up. But other than that, let's go ahead and get started. We need to do a drawing, so hopefully this won't interfere. Let me share my screen. It's wrong button. Share screen. Let me make sure it says share screen. That way I don't think y'all see. Go. Sunday I was not lost, so this is going to let me do some shuffling here while I'm checking. And I hope this is not going out of screen. If you watch back on October 30th, or the extra posts that I made are shared on that video or that after post, your name is on this wheel, and if you shared, your name's on here an extra time. Ready for sharing the videos and supporting. Because I don't have that one particular camera on, except for on me maybe, but giving away the cards that I made, and I'll show them here in a little bit. I'm going to split up the drawing. So I'm going to give 2 cards away, and then I'll do the other 2. There it is. Writing their names down. Your name on the wheel. Let me get back to here. Having your name on the wheel, it comes with advantages. You have an extra chance to win prizes. So let me show you for the first set of cards. Let's do 1 and 1. For the first set for Beverly, we'll have these 2 cards, which Beverly won last week. And then the second set, cards for Pat. So congratulations. I got their names right here. Y'all are going to laugh when I change this camera. Hear the kittens upstairs. Stella says, that is quite a sale. That is true. That is so true. Okay, so let me flip this camera. I'm going to try to pay attention to see if it cuts out, you guys, and hopefully it won't. I'm only demonstrating 3 cards today. Look at that. Look at that. Is this not pitiful? Bean. Bubba, you're going to have to move. I know it's warm right here, but you got to move. Y'all, how am I supposed to do it? On top of the internet being wonky, I got a cat here that is insisting on like not moving because it's warm where I'm at, and he wants to be he wants to share in the warmth as well. Look at him. Bean, I gotta do this, okay? You want to lay on my lap? You're gonna have to lay on my lap. Come here, come here, come lay on my lap. Let me see if I can get this cat on my lap. Come on, come on, come here, come here. Get on my lap. Come here. Let me see if I can scoot him off. There we go. Oh my God. Get on my lap. Get cozy. Get cozy. Get cozy. You're gonna have to lay down. Okay, lay down. Here, let me wipe this off. You guys. He's probably gonna try to jump back up here. All right, lay down. Lay down. Trying to get him to get comfortable. See, his tail's still like right here. Come on, Bubba. Damn, dude. There we go. There we go. All right, we are in position. Let me see if I can move this over a little bit. All right. So let's get the let's get these cards made. So these particular cards that I'm going to be demonstrating today, beginning this month, I started doing 2 specials, one for the first half of the month and one for the second half of the month. Today, we're going to be doing the 3 cards that are going to be the monthly class kit to go and the online ordering special for the 16th through the 30th of November. We still have a few days left for 5th through the 15th, and just so you know, for the 1st through the 15th, these are the class cards that you can get in the mail. So this is a class kit. You'll get a kit that will have everything you need in order to make these 4 cards. In fact, you'll get enough supplies to make 2 of each card. There won't be any die cutting that's associated with the framed Florets bundle, but the cardstock you need in order to do the die cutting, that'll be included. As well as there won't be any accessories, individual accessories for each card, but with your orders $50 or more, you're going to get a coordinating accessory, which is going to be the iridescent pearl basic jewels, a package of those. Okay, so we still have a couple of more days for this particular class kit, and for the 16th through the 30th, I'm going to be demonstrating the 3 cards for this particular class. So The first card that we're going to be demonstrating is this one. And let me bring this down just a little bit more. I probably can zoom in a different way, but I'll just do it this way. So we're going to be putting together this one. And on this particular card, we're going to be, move that off to the side. I got all my little pieces here. Seeing just the designer series paper. We'll be using one of the dies, but we'll be using the designer series paper for our flowers instead. So we got our, and Beano's moving. Bean, you gotta relax, Bubba. Come on. He's gonna start getting real. You gotta relax, dude. Okay. Thank you. All right. He's getting wiggly on my. He's on my lap, you guys. Yeah, he's on my lap. Really? All right, gotta get down. And his claws are like digging into my thighs. But I am going to be using the limited edition stamp set so I can stamp the back of my cards, and I'm going to be using a paper hug from me. And so I'm going to be stamping in polished pink, and we're just going to stamp the back. So there's something back there, and I'm going to leave that open but put that off to the side. And on the front of our card, when I cut this was before I changed paper cutters, and so I need to trim just the edge of this. It's got some frayed paper because I need to change out my blade in one of my paper trimmers. So we've got a standard cardstock layer of you got to make sure it's the right side up. Blushing Bride. This is Blushing Bride, and it's been embossed with our time-worn type embossing folder, so you can kind of see the detail of that. You do have to make sure when you put this on that it is the type is right side up so you can read it. It's very hard to see that, and actually if you put it on upside down, it's not going to be terribly noticeable, but you never know. Some people might just be so enamored with everything else going on with the card that they totally overlook that piece. But let's see. Let's get this on. We're just going to put this on the front of our card. Centered just like that. And then we've got 3 pieces of designer series paper. So I've cut 3 different kinds. I'm going to replicate this one over here. I didn't do anything special other than with my paper snips, just trimming the edge off kind of like that. The center one, I'm going to do the same thing. And this other one, which is actually this side, I'm going to cut them the opposite direction. Just like that. There's nothing fancy to it. Just let me get those little pieces out of the way. And then we're going to put these down directly on our cardstock. So we're going to get a little glue on the back of that one. The first and the last one are technically straight. So we're going to kind of put that on straight. The middle one is the one that's going to go on kind of at an angle. Kind of like that. And this last one is going to go back on straight. You can put more on it to keep it keep the edges down a little bit more if you want. So I think when I'm done with this later, I'm probably going to put a couple of glue dots like on the end just to do that. And then we're going to go ahead and do our stamping. And so this is the centerpiece from this particular frame right here. It's the centerpiece for that one. Now, the outer part that comes with that, that's just going to be an extra piece that you'll have when you go to stamp. So on this one, we're going to be stamping "Thank you" with all of my heart, with all my heart. And we're going to stamp that in polished pink. Okay, so I'm going to stamp it in the center, normally wood, so I can save room for the flower. Okay, so that's all the stamping. But before we go putting this down, we're going to put the ribbon on. And this particular ribbon is the glittered organdy ribbon that has, it's got some flecks of some kind of pink. I don't know which pink it is, but it's really pretty. And it'll match with this, even if it's not the same particular pink. But I've got all these little pieces. In the past, I've done it to where there's a lot of ribbon that you use. But if you have little scraps of ribbon just like that, you can pull off, making it look like there's a zigzag of ribbon back behind there. So these two larger pieces, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some adhesive around the edges over here and over here, if I can get it out, as close to the edges as I can on, some came off on, there we go. So I've got some adhesive back there and I've got some adhesive on the bottom. So what I'm going to do is the longer pieces, I'm just going to fold those, and I'm going to do it from the front so I can see exactly where it's going to go. So I've got that one there, and then the other one, let's fold that. You want to fold it so that you see, you have both sides, and then the other one can go right there. So you want to make sure it attaches, both of those pieces attach to the adhesive. And the smaller pieces, just put it, trying to grab it there, just put it to the right, kind of like that. And then the same with the other piece. There we go. And then if you need to, you can just use your paper snips. Where's my ribbon one? I'm not going to do it because these seem to be okay. But, and if it looks kind of weird, you can just take it off and kind of readjust it. But I think that one looks just fine. And then now what we're going to do is we're going to put, I want to put a dimensional there. I'm going to put a dimensional there. You can put 4 on the back if you really need to. But you definitely want to make sure your ribbon is attached to that adhesive really, really good. Put one there. Otherwise, it could inevitably like slip out later. Okay, so we're back to our card. We're going to put this right in the middle. I say right in the middle, but it really needs to go up a little bit higher than what it normally would, just so you have room for your designer series paper. This actually is a piece of designer series paper, and one of the dies, this one, is the perfect die that it will die cut the designer series paper. So you don't need to stamp and die cut. You can just die cut, and this Blushing Bride matches perfectly to this card. So we're going to put a dimensional on, and then depending on how you want it to be, I have mine going this way. So we're just going to put that one right there. That way you've got a little bit of those, of the end of that designer series peeking out of there. And then I'm going to put a couple of, I'm going to put 3 of these iridescent jewels. Let's put one right there. Let's put a big one right there. And then let's grab a small one and put a small one. Oops, did I pull it? Nope, it's still on there. Put a small one right there. And then now you have, let's see, now you have card number 1. So this was the sample that I made, and this is the one I just demonstrated, which will be a prize next week. So somebody will be getting this card and 2 of the other cards that I made today. So this is going to be one of the kits that you can get. And like I said, you'll have enough support where you can make 2 of these cards. The order minimum just has to be at least $35. That's it. I did up it because after looking at my average minimum is roughly a little more than $50. So I just went ahead and upped the minimum, but you're getting enough supplies to make 2 cards of each. So that's awesome. All right, this is card number 2. And let me grab all my little bits. And I've already kind of pre-done everything on this end as well. We've got our card base. This is going to be a landscape card. And let me clean my stamp because I'm going to be stamping in crushed curry. Let's get that one out. So we're going to stamp the back, a paper hug from me in crushed curry. And I'm going to, sorry about that, I'm going to leave that off to the side. And let's work on the front. Okay, so before I put anything on the front, I have a piece of balmy blue, and then I have this piece of designer series paper. We're going to mat this on first, okay, because I'm going to be using some ribbon to go around it. So let's mat this piece of designer series paper. With this particular card, I could have used any of these colors as a mat, any of these colors on there. So it gave me a variety, but I kind of like this balmy blue. So we're going to go with balmy blue. Also on this card, I am going to be using the crinkled seam binding ribbon that comes in white. And what I've done, if you notice, it's a pretty blue color. That is because I took our dark balmy blue Stampin' Blend and I colored it. So if you're looking for a pretty versatile ribbon in our product line, this is the one to use because you can turn this white ribbon into any color that you need to match with whatever project you're working on. And it is like literally super easy. And let me show you. Let me just show you how easy it is. I'm just going to pull that ribbon here. All you do is you take the paintbrush side of your Stampin' Blend and you go over it. And the more you go over it, the darker it gets. So you can get it as dark as you want or as light as you want. You only have to do one side. But when you do this, you want to make sure you have something to protect the surface that you're working on. So with all of the colors that we have available, you can see how this is like the ribbon to use so that you can make it whatever color you want to make it. Okay, so what I did is I just took a long strip. I don't even think I measured it. I just kept coloring, but I have a long piece of this crinkled seam binding ribbon, and I'm going to be wrapping it around the back. And when I come around the front, I'm going to tie a bow, and I want that bow to be as close as it possibly can to the edge over here. Okay, so I've got that, and then let me get my reverse tweezers because I need to hold that in place while I grab the other half there. And we're going to make a bow. And let's take those out. And that bow can be as big as you need it. I don't want it that big, so I'm going to pull on my ends there until the bow is about kind of what I'm looking for. And the reason why I need it to be kind of on the end is because of the die cut that I'm going to be putting on there. So I think that'll work. And then we'll just take our ribbon scissors and trim a little bit off of both sides. Okay, so I've got that. It's not set on anything, so if I need to move it around, I can move it around. Now, from this point, this is where I'm going to put this and attach it to my card base. So let me get some, make sure there's plenty of glue there on the ends. Hope you all are having a fabulous day wherever you are. As for me, I am inside crafting right next to my heater because it is way too cold for me. It sets off my Raynaud's and then everything starts to hurt. And then I'm just like, ugh. All right. So there we have it. There's that part. Now, the other die, which is this one and this one, there's two different ones. And this one comes off of this die right here. This very ornate die. I did have to cut it twice, one in balmy blue and one in basic white. The balmy blue one, I'm going to put a little glue around the edge. This one is going to attach directly onto the card. Let's get that going there. And I'm just going around the edge real lightly because I want it to be able to stick. You can also use glue dots, or if you plan ahead, which I can, but always seem to forget, you can die cut this and use our adhesive sheets. That's also another option, but I always tend to forget about the adhesive sheets. And I just got glue on there, so hopefully things won't stick. All right, so this piece right here, this is going to go directly on the card. Okay. So you'll see a little bit of what's on the right and then the ribbon that's there on that piece. Okay, so once that's on, we're going to be stamping our sentiment. And let me show you on the edge of that. I think I showed you the first time. There's a little bit of edging, detailed edging. So you want to make sure when you stamp on it, you're stamping on the right side. And we're going to be stamping this one, Wishes for a Beautiful Birthday. And this one's going to be in crushed curry. And when I did my sample, I stamped it in the middle, but on this one, I'm going to stamp it a little bit more to the left, just to make sure I have plenty of room for the die cut flower. That's the only thing I didn't like about the card that I already made, but it still works. This one, we're going to pop this up with dimensionals. That way you can kind of see. I'm going to put one on every little bend. Okay, and then this one just goes over the opening. So you got a little dimension going on there with your frame and your sentiment. This is off of designer series paper as well, but this one I fussy cut. So if you don't use the designer series paper with that piece on it and you want to cut that out, this was not bad to cut out. It really wasn't. But we're going to pop this up on dimensionals. Let me put a couple of them on there and get that going. Okay. And we're going to put this on this side. There we go. And then we're going to put some iridescent jewels on. So let's put one. Let's put one right there. Put another one right there. And we'll put a smaller one. Oh, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Put a small one right there. And there you have it. That is card number 2. A great way to use your designer series paper. I don't know. I did actually try stamping an image and putting the flower down, but I couldn't get my coloring right with my Stampin' Blend. So I just gave up. And that's why I ended up using, I said, you know what? I'm just going to fussy cut this. This is ridiculous. So that's a great way to know that your coloring is going to be like spot on. And so just use your designer series paper, whether it's with the die cut or fussy cut. So I thought that one was real pretty. I thought that was pretty. All right, last card. Now, last card is going to be showing this particular die. So let me bring that up a little bit. It's going to be showing this particular die. And when you first look at it, you might think that it's going to, die cut a circle in the middle and then do something else. But what this particular die does is it helps you create a card that looks like this. All it does is it punches out the little hearts on your paper in an oval. So it gives you a little bit of extra detail, and then you can fill in the middle. And that's what we're going to do. So let me get all my little pieces out, and then I am going to be using some designer series paper. On this one, we have a polished pink base, and it is going to be a portrait card. I'm going to be stamping on the back in a different color, so let me clean my stamp. And with this one, we're going to be stamping in Evening Evergreen. So let's stamp the back. Evening Evergreen, let me set that off to the side. On the front, the bone folder will help burnish that edge a little bit and help keep the card down a little bit. But this one, for some reason, still wants to pop up. But anyway, the front, we have this first layer, which is the one that uses that particular die cut. So this is going to go directly onto the front of our card. So let's get some glue on. Oops. It went off. Let me see if I can grab that. So I can clean that real quick. All right, so let's put this on the front of our card. Let's get that centered. There we go. So we got that going. Now, the other die cut, remember the other die cut? This one right here. This one, when you use this one, it not only cuts out the outside, but there's also that inner oval as well. We're going to be using both of those. Okay, so let's put this one down. This one's going to go down directly onto our piece of cardstock, and I'm going to get some glue. It's going to take some glue all the way around. I think I got it all the way around. Yeah, looks like it. I'll see if I can pick this up without getting glue on me. Okay, and this one is going to go in the center And you can kind of make sure that you've got good spacing all the way around your oval. Okay, so we have that. Now on this one, we're going to be stamping our sentiment, and we're going to be stamping it in a portrait mode. And on this one, it's going to say for a special person on a special day. Let me get that inked up real good. And this one's going to be stamped a little bit higher than the center. There we go. And then I'm done with Evening Evergreen. I stamped that in Evening Evergreen. And let's get some. I'm going to put, let me go ahead and do all. Let me go ahead and do 4. You can get away with just doing 2, but I'm going to go ahead and do 4 to make sure it isn't wonky once it gets on there. Okay, and on this one, you're going to put that in the center. You can kind of make sure you know it's in the center. So there we go. For this card, because there's it's a color, you're going to have a piece of basic white, and this piece goes on the inside. So let's go ahead and put that on the inside. There we go. And then we got just a few little pieces left over. I wanted to use, because I didn't want to do any stamping of, I didn't want to do any stamping of the flowers and have to deal with blends or anything like that. So what I did is I took the end. Y'all know how I like using the ends, and still, you know, y'all just know how I like using the ends. So we can't forget about these little pieces. These little guys need love too. So I took an end of one of the flowers that got cut off on the designer series paper, and we're going to put a little glue on the back of this one. And Whitney is like at my lap now, wanting to know what's going on. We're going to take this piece and put this at the bottom. Okay, just at the bottom of the oval. It's moving around on me because it's got glue on there, so we'll let that set. I don't want to totally cover up the little frame, so that's kind of why it's like that. And then there'll be a strip of the glittered organdy ribbon where you can make a bow, and I think I've cut me off a big enough strip to make a bow. Let me do this here. Okay, that's not gonna work. Let me make the bow off of the I gotta make the bow off of the actual spool here. There we go. That's a little bit better for me. To make sure I cut those pieces good. And then just adjust your bow however big you want it to be. Still working on mine here. There we go. We're almost there. That'll work. And we're going to trim the edge there. And then we're going to put a glue dot. Put a glue dot on the back of that. And we're going to cover that up just the top. There we go. Now, the 2 bow parts right here, if you want them to stay in place, which I think I did that on my sample, you can easily put a glue dot underneath the back and then make it sit in place so that it doesn't move. And I think I'm going to do that on the other side too. Just to make sure that it doesn't go anywhere. Oh, maybe I did too much. Let's see. I want to be able to see my tail there. But that helps cover up the fact that it's not a full flower, basically. And then I went ahead and fussy cut these two little leaves. On your kit, this part is like totally optional, but I wanted something to be up at the top, so I cut those out and decided to put them right there, and I'll do the other one. Sorry, I'm still trying not to use my pointer finger. If any of y'all have seen that, gotten grossed out, I'm sorry. And then we'll put that one that way. And those two together, this is where our little embellishments come in. By the way, I did go see the vascular doctor, and they hooked all my arms up and tested my blood flow in my arms, and my arms got good blood flow up into my wrist. And then after that, the hand doctor has to look at me. So that is the update. That is the update on my finger, but it's still not well. And for those of you that have seen my finger, y'all know what it looks like. It's not getting any better, but it's not completely gotten worse, but still it's, still has its issues. But anyway, there is card number 3, part of the kit. So yeah. Hello, Mary Ellen. Hello, Pam. Hadn't seen Pam on here. Pam says it makes hard. I don't know why with things showing on there like that. There it is. I know it's delayed on my side, but let me show both of those and bring back the first card. But this is the monthly online ordering special, the class kit to go for the 16th through the 30th. So if you're interested in this particular class kit to go, this begins the 16th and goes all the way through the 30th, a minimum $35 order, and you'll get enough supplies to make 2 of each designs. I hope you like, oops, I just hit a cat underneath me. Oops. Sorry, guys. Let me see if I can undo that one. Corin, you were just going to ask about that. I hope I answered your question there. Thank you, Joanne and Darcy Dutton. Sean and Darcy Dutton. Thank you, Roberta. Thank you, Joanne. Awesome. Thank you, Shannon. Thank you. But don't forget, we still have a couple of more days. So if you want to take advantage of the first half of the month's kit, that one actually has a bonus card using the framed festive stamp set. So there's still a couple of more days for that one. But also, don't forget, we have the seasonal sale that starts on the 15th. So you definitely don't want to miss that. I'll show you. Let me show you the list here. If y'all haven't seen the list, look, you guys, punches, stamps. There's the back of the stamps, more stamps, and the back of that, more stamps, dies, more dies, embossing folders, the rest of the embossing folders, and the designer series paper. Look, you guys, designer series paper is 20% off. So all of the 12 by 12s that are normally $12, they're only $9.60. And demonstrators get another 20 to 25% off of that price. So This is the time to be a demonstrator. I will tell you that, because I know there's a few things on here, but also some demonstrators are going to be able to pre-order for the mini catalog that's coming up as well. So don't forget, we also have a new mini catalog coming up, as well as celebration in January. So there's a lot happening at the end of the year. We're going to have things retiring, and so to get ready for all of the new stuff. So on top of that seasonal sale, don't forget I'm offering those mystery boxes as well. So that's a great way to basically get um, some more free product. It's retired, but if you're not a demonstrator and you don't care about it and you want it, I have lots, you guys. And so I hope you all decide to take advantage of that sale to some degree or another. Or if you're interested in purchasing your own demonstrate and you have any questions, I'll be more than happy to answer them for you. You don't have to run a business. You don't have to sell. You don't have to do parties. You can be party of one, party of one, and just simply enjoy the discount all by yourself without any obligations whatsoever. That's the most critical part there, is that you're not obligated to do anything. You can simply enjoy your crafting discount. You can get your paper pumpkin kits, your subscription with a discount. Oh, well, get away. Do y'all hear that? I moved my leg and got too close to this cat, and she's hissing at me, and she hit my foot with her paw. I'm telling you, between the internet, clingy cats, and this one that has a sassy attitude, and she's still hissing. I don't know if y'all can hear that. She's still hissing. She's underneath my desk where the heater is, because she wants the heat all to herself. Girl, don't be sassing. Anyway, y'all. Sorry about all the technical difficulties in the beginning, but I'm glad we made it through. Thank you all for joining me today, and I hope you all have a beautiful day wherever you are. Make sure to check on your elderly neighbors. It is cold. We're getting cold. It's cold here in Texas. Y'all know anything less than 75 degrees, it's cold over here. Because we're so used to 100-degree weather. So, but make sure you check on your elderly neighbors and make sure they're doing fine as far as keeping warm, and go have a cup of coffee or something with them. But other than that, enjoy the rest of your day and your weekend. Don't forget, I will be posting a pre-recorded video Wednesday morning at 10 a.m. for the other half of the current scrapbook page layout. So if you're into scrapbooking, I invite you to come watch the video Wednesday morning. Otherwise, I will see you all later, and y'all have a great day. Bye, y'all.